So this person right here, Holly, I actually have a Holly story, which I told yesterday, but I want to tell again, kind of uninterrupted. So, a few years ago, around 2014, 2015, I was at my friend's house, and what ended up happening was I was there with a few friends, and we had a fondue barbecue party. That story was epic, by the way. Thank you so much. Um, it was like if I could tell my nephews, I would, because but I have to go to bed. Have fun with stream. Brevy Bun, go to bed, have a good sleep, and thank you for the raid. If you're not following Brevy Bun right now, please go follow Bun. They are really really amazing. Please go follow them. Absolutely follow them, please. And again, thank you for the raid. Have a wonderful sleep, and I will hopefully see you on your next stream. I hope to see you. Um, what was I gonna say? So I wanted to talk about my friend Holly. I was gonna give a story. So, so what ended up happening was, it was back in 2017, and I went to my friend's house for a fondue barbecue party, because that's what happens on a Friday night whenever you don't have anything else to do in Canada. You have on Friday nights whenever you have nothing else to do, just go to somebody's house and have a fondue party with friends. So yeah, so while I was there, I was on Twitter wondering about this cute guy who was friends with me. Kind of friends at that point on Twitter, and I was wondering what I could say to him, cause like he's into art, he's into like all that type of things, and it's really fascinating like the things he draws, and so I just wanted to like say something, cause I was like really really scared. I was scared about what I was saying. It's like, and my friends were like, just say hi. It's like, I can't say hi. I can't just say hi. And it's like, well, say something. It's like, I don't know what to say. And my friends got like, come on, stop, come on, just go for it. Just at least say hi and take it from there. But I'm like, if I say hi, they're just gonna roll their eyes and they're never gonna speak to me again. Sound logic, by the way. And so what ended up happening was I kept going around the subject, trying to like figure out how to talk to this guy, and he's a really cute guy. And so what ended up happening was Holly, the good friend that she is like, "Hey, give me your phone," and I gave her my phone. Big mistake, absolutely big mistake. And so she was on my phone for about 20 seconds, and she is like, "You're welcome." And she was like, "You're welcome," and she gave me back my phone. And then I was like, "You're welcome for what?" And I looked at my phone and I saw that she actually texted my crush on Twitter through DM. And it was along the lines of, and I forgot how it went. It's like, "I think you're absolutely hot or cute, and I want to get to know you better." And this was the last thing she did before she had to leave the house. And I didn't say goodbye to her because I was busy being frozen to the ground, looking at my phone, looking at what Holly straight up texted. And so after a few more minutes of being frozen in place, I did the one thing that any normal person could do. I fell to the floor, crawled to the nearest table, and sobbed for about 3 minutes. And being my friends being who they are, try to console me or try to like cheer me up for about 2 minutes before they just went to another room, giving up. And as they were preparing for an orgy, I said to myself, "Kiara, it actually happened. Because you gave your friend, you gave your phone to a friend who is the horniest person in that house that night. You gave that phone to her, and she actually was completely direct to how I felt at the time." Well, I didn't feel that way. Okay? Holly just like texted him and is like, not texted, but like messaged him and is like, "Oh gosh." and I was like having like a pant, like I was like on the table just shaking, like genuinely shaking. I'm like, well, whatever thing that actually ended up happening, wanted like whatever relationship I wanted to happen, it didn't happen. It's not gonna happen because I was so direct. I thought because of her, like I thought she scared him off. Like I genuinely thought that she scared him off, and it was like rough. And for a few minutes, I hated her. I hated her so much for a few minutes because of what she did. In hindsight, she did it because she wanted me to stop being a pussy, and just do it. And I appreciate that. But at that time, I felt like it was too direct. And for that, I hated her because I'm like, I wanted to know this guy better. And because of how direct she was, I couldn't. I can't because of how direct she was. And I put my phone away, and I was just kind of depressed for a little bit, but not outwardly depressed. And then a few minutes later, an hour or so later, I looked at my phone, and my crush messaged me back and went, "Hey, that's awesome. How are you?" And we got to talking for about like 40 minutes, and we talked on Twitter for a bit. And I met him a couple of times. He's really nice. He's absolutely really nice. Uh, he talked about Doctor Who. I talked about Supernatural. Mostly due to the fact that both of us, like, because they're the same fan base, Super Who Lock, like, fans of Supernatural, Doctor Who, and Sherlock, you know? And I'm a big fan of Supernatural. I was a fan of Sherlock, and my cousin is a fan of not only Doctor Who, but Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures. I only watched like a couple of episodes of Doctor Who, but I remember back when I was like back before I started working. Um, he would go into our basement where we'd actually all hang out, me, him, and my sister, and we genuinely like he would just watch Doctor Who. Like he would just change the channel and go straight to Doctor Who. So yeah, that's pretty much fine. Um, like but it's like that show is not for me. I tried to watch it, but I just said, you know what? I'll watch it later. I gotta catch up on Supernatural. So I have yet to go back to Doctor Who. So there's that. Yeah, I've yet to go back to Doctor Who. Um, so yeah. Where is it? How did I get there again? I forgot how I got there again. Um, but yeah, we were discussing Doctor Who and Sherlock, and we just sat together. I wanted to have a conversation. I wanted to like be friends, and then something else maybe. And it wasn't until like later on when I was like to my two friends, so like it's like, so who do you want to date or something? We were talking about people in real life who we wanted to date, and I told both of them the person I had a crush on, the person who I mentioned, and they're like, no, no chance. Sorry, but no chance. And I'm like, okay. I got a little bit depressed. I mean, granted, I kind of knew that it wasn't gonna happen anytime, but what are you gonna do? I was like a little bit depressed, but what are you gonna do? I mean, it hurt, but you move on. Like that's the thing about heartbreak. You think it's gonna last forever, but it won't. It absolutely won't. Um, you know, like it'll hurt in the moment, and then eventually that hurt is just gonna slowly go away. Then eventually it'll just come back, but it'll slowly go away until you just don't think about that person anymore. And then you're gonna find an amazing person in their place who loves and respects you, and vice versa. So all it just took was patience, you know? I didn't rule out a relationship entirely. I didn't ruin out a relationship. Like, I didn't rule it out. But I guess I just had to, like, figure out how to love myself. And that's exactly what I did. Away from everybody else, behind closed doors. In my bed. Then I had to take a cold shower afterwards. But honestly, like genuinely, honestly, yeah, um, yeah, uh, huh. I guess that's a Holly story.